Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 791, we're going to talk about Svyelun of Sea and Sky. Now, for 3 mana, we get a 3-fold Merfolk God. Has indestructible as long as you control at least 2 other Merfolk. Whenever Svyelun attacks, draw a card. Other Merfolk have Ward 1. This is just all about the Merfolk. So, that's exactly what I did, was Merfolk, Tribal. Now, there's not a whole lot of ramp here just simply because Merfolk tend to be a little on the cheaper side. But we do have High Tide, Sea Scryer, which is perfect. It's a mana dork that is a Merfolk, Sky Diamond, Pristine Talisman, and Stony Brook Banner. Now, Kefnit's Monument does make your entire tribe cheaper. However, it may need to be more thought of in this deck as removal, just simply because you cast a creature and, you super tap another creature. But the one thing about Merfolk is Island Walk. So we've got to have ways to turn lands into islands, just in case our opponent is not playing islands. So Seas Claim, Lingering Mirage, and Spreading Seas are in there because, Merfolk got to have islands. So I have these divided up into two categories, Merfolk and then things to help out the tribe. So this is our run-of-the-mill Merfolk here. We have the Mistcloak Herald, can't be blocked, Tide Shaper, Kosi's Trickster. I think this is probably overlooked in Commander because any game where you have 3, 4, 8 opponent, whatever, there's a whole lot of shuffling that goes on, especially in the early turns. Maybe fetches, maybe tutors, maybe terramorphics, whatever. So, I don't think this is bad. Curl Merfolk, because I needed a body. Brinehorn Cutthroat, Wishful Merfolk, found a way to get Ariel in there. Towering Wave Mystic, Thieving Skydiver, not bad. Artifact. There's one artifact in here that River Merfolk for that Mountain Walk. That's right. River Sneak can't be blocked. Grimoire Thief. Sea Singer, another reason to have, passing out islands. Library Larcenist. Drawing cards is probably not going to be a problem with this deck. We'll get through our card draw section here in a second, but a lot of these. Now, the Wake Thrasher is really good. Permanent becomes untapped. It gets +1. That's going to help us later on. Remember Wake Thrasher, we'll come back to it. Rootwater Commando with Island Walk. Thada, it's not bad. Tauran, because most of our removal is instant and sorceries. Jolting Merfolk. Shipwrecked Dowser. Waterspout Weaver. Now, each creature you control gains flying. Flying Fish, that's the thing. Oh, by the way, I want to take a moment, just kind of nothing to do with this deck. I do apologize for the amount of blue that is coming up. There's a lot of blue in the next, probably 7 or 8 decks. A lot of blue. I just got done with them all at the same time, It's Mistcaller. And then Wanderwing Prophets, because, deals combat damage. You may sack a Merfolk to take an extra turn. Okay. And our last Merfolk is, of course, Merfolk Assassin. Destroy target creature that has Island Walk. And I put the combo in there to give something Island Walk. The War Barge is kind of decent anyway. Since we are passing out islands to other folks, we can make some deals. If that Blightsteel wants to attack somebody else, I will give it Island Walk. Anyway, let's look at our tribe helper, shall we? We do have the champions: Lord of Atlantis, Merfolk Sovereign, Merrill Regery, Kopala. I mean, 2 more to cast. That's a ward 2 now, isn't it? The Merrill Harbinger to go and find the merfolk that you need. Merrill Commerce. Hey, y'all remember Wake Thrasher? Yeah, untap all merfolk you control. Deep Root Waters. Buy one, get one free merfolks are pretty good. That really helps with the Lull Mage Mentor. Yeah. Sea Hunter. While not a merfolk itself, it is a repeatable merfolk tutor. So that's not bad. Brass Herald kind of steps in as a merfolk. Reflections of Litjara. Cast a merfolk spell, draw or copy it. That's pretty good. And then Part Waters. Now the only part water I had was Italian, so hence the post-it note. In case I'm not the one that plays the deck, you know. But card draw, of course, we have our Brainstorm, the Preordain. I'm running Fact or Fiction a lot now, just simply because I was watching, what was it? Was it DJ? Who, I like his take on my opponent's casting Fact or Fiction. I know it's probably not very strategical, but sure, I'll make their piles 5-0. Let's see what you can do. I like that, you know, just amp up the fun. Seafloor Oracle. Merfolk deals combat damage, draw a card. It's not bad. Same thing as Bident of Thassa or Coastal Piracy. See, that's what I'm talking about. Card draw, I don't think it's going to be an issue. We've got essentially 3 copies of the same effect. And then the Diplomatic Immunity for whatever creature. It may not be our commander. You know, maybe the Lord of Atlantis. It may be whatever that we are trying to save. So let's look at our removal. For what it's worth, Hydroblast, living the dream, this is going to counter a Fire Emancipation. Spell Pierce, Negate, Counterspell, Dissipate. It's gone. Pongify for some spot removal. Ether Gale to bounce 6. Etherize to bounce all attackers. And then, you know, sometimes you just got to have a panic button. Right? That brings us to our non-basic lands. Now, we do have quite a few here. Some cycling lands, the Lonely Sandbar, Remote Isle, Desert of the Mindful. Halimar Depths and Mystic Sanctuary are just too good to not play in mono blue. Rogue's Passage and Access Tunnel. Temple of the False God, a little bit of a mana bump. Nephilia Academy. Now, I know this is weird to like pack anti-discard hate, but it feels like there's more discard right now than there ever has been. I don't know. Reliquary Tower, of course, and then the Encroaching Waste to destroy that non-basic land, because there are many out there that can wreak havoc if we don't take care of them. So, spot removal lands, always a big fan of. Got the art card for the back of the commander to increase that pop, you know, make it thicker. Because I do that, apparently. But that is it for today. We're going to go put 791 on the wall. And start the last row. I already have deck number 800 finished. And I've got, 5 or 6 more there. So we're going to be getting there pretty quick. 9 days? So I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to go ahead and shuffle and cut.